I was what you would call a nerd. Not one of the smart ones, but one of the ones who performed black magic and other rituals. Everyone at school would pick on me for this, but one day, it worked. All I did was take a ball of clay and slice my hand, and before me was a clay golem. So I did what everyone would do. I told it to hunt my foes, which is more than half the school. And right there, it sank into my carpet. I thought it died. The next day, school was out because of a crime scene. Someone drowned in clay. It was that moment of terror that struck me. Then a smirk appeared on my face. The quarterback, my worst enemy, was the one who died. Joy struck my whole body. I could have whatever I wanted. I could have anyone I wanted dead. I was so happy. Of course, I had some humanity left in me. I tried to comfort his ex, but she punched me in the face. It was that moment I knew she was going to die. The clay golem came out of the ground, but from a distance. I guess it couldn't grow out of concrete. Something came over me. I started to distract her. I had no control over myself. The clay golem sort of hugged her, but she sank into it. I felt no remorse. I was just confused. I just left it as it was. I just smiled. The football team saw the whole thing. Of course, I was next to her house, so of course they were going to be there. 4 of them went at me. 2 just stared. The 4 who came at me were quickly swallowed. I just started to laugh. It was that moment I realized I was sinking into the clay. I passed out. I woke up in my bed. I turned on the news. 32 people drowned in clay, which meant I had about 26 enemies left. More than half of my enemies were all dead. All I found was joy. Then I went to clean myself up because I was covered in clay. Over the weekend, the cheerleader team drowned in clay. 17 more of my foes, all dead. 9 left. I was so happy. No one will ever pick on me again and live through it. Of course, school opened back up. Everyone seemed to be nervous around each other. The teachers seemed concerned about me and my big, demonic-ish looking smile on my face. I told them I was trying to lighten the mood. After school, 6 others were found drowned in clay. It was that group of delinquent kids who robbed me and beat me. My smile grew even bigger. 3 left. I had so much joy in me. I knew it was corrupting me, but I didn't care. I wanted to check up on the other 3. One of them was skating at the park. Another drowned in clay in an alley. I ignored it. 2 left. I was a bit more happy. And the last one, he just killed someone in an alley. He saw me and came up to me slowly. Then he looked down and saw my big demonic-ish looking smile as he tried to stare me down. At that moment, he was terrified of me. But he smiled back when he noticed the clay on my white slippers. He asked me to teach him my ways. I told him about the clay golem, but not how to summon it, of course. I didn't want to come to a clay v golem fight. That way I could have an easy way to kill him when the time came. We instantly became friends at that moment. Then I went home. My dad saw him come home with me. He looked disappointed. He told me, if you're friends with an enemy, you're an enemy with yourself. The next day, 2 more were found drowned in clay. I remembered my new friend. I didn't even know his name, and yet he was one of my enemies. With my smiley, I found him outside my front door. I remembered the guy in the alley no one found. I asked for his name. Henry. I'm Sam. At that night, before us was the clay golem. Henry took a closer look. It attacked him. As I tried to stop it, it attacked me. I was so hit by fear. Fear struck my whole body. Then I realized I was an enemy with myself, or so my father says. As we were running, I told him what my dad said. I lost control over my own creation, I thought. I was terrified. Henry tripped over some clay. The clay golem slowly grew out of him. It was so creepy. I fled to my car. The golem smashed the window. I gave up and accepted my fate. I guess in the end, I deserved what I was getting. If you guys liked this video, please hit it with that like button. And if you want to see more, hit that subscribe button. This is Arsenal Deathwish, and I wrote this creepypasta and came up with the idea. And you guys are welcome to create more ideas for me if you would like to hear them read. But please make sure they are 6 minutes long. This is Arsenal Deathwish, and I am out.